I'm just going to double check that we are going live. So I am being told by Facebook that we are live. So happy Saturday, and I hope that you're having the best weekend available to you, gorgeous lady. So I wanted to jump in really quickly today just for a super short, super juicy video. I know I'm not usually very good at keeping them short, but we're going to keep them short today, gorgeous lady, because I'm here for a reason. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the relational goddess because I realized I've been speaking about the relational goddess for months now. And I have never really taken the time to sit down with you with my ladybug cup of coffee and tell you exactly who she is, what she is, why I keep referring to her, and how she can help you to experience the kind of relationships that you're looking for in your life. So if you've been watching some of my content lately and thinking, I'm kind of curious about this relational goddess thing, or even if you're kind of a more scientific person, as I used to be, my history's in psychology, and you've been thinking, this sounds a little woo-woo, I want to invite you here into my living room. Well, my dad's living room. I'm actually visiting family at the moment. But I want to invite you here for a chat. I want to tell you about the relational goddess, why she is such a powerful concept. And my aim is that by the end of this video, you are going to have a really clear idea of not only who she is, but how she can actually support you in your relationship life. So I'm going to start with the origin story of how it was that I discovered the relational goddess in the first place. So as I hinted at the beginning of the video, my background is in psychology. I have a degree in psychology. I am very familiar with concepts on attachment and development and, of course, relationships. And so I started working with clients about 3 years ago now. And I have had the absolute honor of working with incredible women. And if you are one of those women watching today, I love you, and you know I love you. And, you know, something that I really got so good at pretty quickly was being able to spot when it was that my client was coming to me with a certain belief or a certain behavior that was keeping them stuck, but it was also something that they were on some level quite invested in. So for example, I had one client who was over functioning in her relationship, and she was exhausted and feeling unsupported. So overfunctioning, for anyone who isn't familiar, overfunctioning usually looks like you taking on more than your fair share of maybe the emotional labor in the relationship, maybe the physical labor in the relationship, and feeling like your partner is not carrying their part of the weight. So I had one client who was really struggling with this. And gorgeous lady, I got really good at seeing the ways in which my client was actually invested on some level in overfunctioning and in justifying the overfunctioning and in staying where she was. Okay, I could see that. And of course, I could see the areas of my life where I sometimes was invested in staying stuck as well, as we all do sometimes. But the more that I started working with my clients, and the more I started learning how to ask them really powerful questions like, what is it you need in a relationship? Or what is your unmet need here? You know, when I started asking those questions, I began to see something new play out on my client's face. And it wasn't the part of them who I had seen justifying the situation. It was a different part of them. It was sometimes even a different voice, a different quality to their voice. Usually their face softened, their body relaxed. They slowed down. They used less words, and the words they used were powerful. And they started connecting more with their feelings. And so something was happening here where I started to see very clearly in my clients this other energy, this other thing, this other part of them who knew what it was that they needed. Or if it didn't know what they needed, it seemed to know what they wanted, or it seemed to know, at the very least, what they didn't want. Okay. So it was very a bizarre experience. It was almost like I could see the part of them that was in this relationship dynamic, and I could also see the part of them that was bigger than that, that knew more, that was wiser, that was more mature. And I realized in that moment, gorgeous lady, that my job as a mentor is not to give information to my clients, because there is information already out there. There's information you probably have already bought self-help books or this, that, and the other. There's information out there. But I realized my job is to help these incredible women to start accessing the part of them that is wise, the part of them that is willing to grow, that is willing to get uncomfortable, that is willing to strive towards their relationship goals and dreams. And that is my role as a mentor. And that's also my role in my own life too, to help me access that energy. And so I started playing around with, what am I going to call this energy? How can I word it? Because no psychological term seems to do it justice. And then I realized maybe there is not a psychological term for this. And the term relational goddess just hit me. It just hit me. And I wrestled with it at first. I thought perhaps it's a bit too woo-woo. Perhaps not everyone would resonate with that. But I realized that's the term. That's what it is. And ever since then, gorgeous lady, I've been coming in here, I've been sharing with you little bits and pieces about how to become the relational goddess in your own life, because she is there. I know she's there because I've seen her in every single client who I've worked with, and I feel her in myself, and I feel when I abandon her and when I get into these habits that don't serve me, I can feel that misalignment, and I'm sure you can too. And if you can, gorgeous lady, or if you've had an experience where you've accessed a part of you that does feel wise, it does feel like she knows what she needs and knows what she wants on a deeper level, then share your story in the comments. I would love to hear your stories of your relational goddess. And if you're looking to learn how to access more of her so that you can actually start to get empowered in your journey, whether you're single or you're dating or you're in a relationship just now, and if you want to learn how to co-create really healthy, thriving relationships, instead of staying stuck and carrying out patterns that don't serve you. If you want to access more of that in your life and to become the relational goddess who you were born to be, then sister, I have created a 12-week program just for you, which is called the Relational Goddess Unleashed. And I'm going to be launching this in 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm in shock. It hasn't sunk in at all. I'm so excited and just, it's like a dream. And we have 4 women already signed up to be beta testers for this maiden voyage that we're going to be doing. And if this is speaking to you and you're like, yes, I want to learn how to stop living from a place of fear or woundedness or staying small or habits, and I want to access the part of me who knows infinitely how to love, who is built, really built for love and for being loved, then I would love to see you there. And what you can do is you can comment below, or you can reach out to me by direct message. There are still spots available, so I would love to have a chat with you and we can see if it's right for you. But I am so excited by this because I believe in this journey, and I've taken as many mindsets, tools and practices that I have learned both as a mentor and as a woman, as a relational goddess myself in my life. I've taken all of these juicy practices and I've put them in this 12-week group program. So it is going to be so incredible. It is going to be just amazing. And if you're ready for that, then let me know. And if you're curious to hear more about the relational goddess and what exactly differentiates her from the energy that you might be in your relationship that's keeping you stuck, we're going to be going into that more in future videos. So I'm going to be popping in a few videos over the coming days. You can keep your eye out for that. It's going to be so juicy, and I'm excited to share that with you. So if you love this video and you feel like you have people in your circle who would really benefit from being introduced to this new way of being, this new concept, then I would love to ask you to share this on your personal page. I want us to work with the Facebook algorithm, the mystery that is Facebook. Let's get this video spreading as far as we can. And if you watch this, if you love this, if you have any downloads from this, then share it in the comments. I always want to hear your stories. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, gorgeous lady, but I will speak with you really soon. And I hope that you have the best weekend that's available to you. I'm sending so much love your way, and I hope that you have some really enriching relational experiences over the coming days. So big love to you. Mwah!